News 46 is brought to you by Healthcare Partners and Humana. News 46 is also brought to you by Affiliated Chiropractic and Affiliated Physical Therapy. Come in for your free consultation. Call 775-727-8900. Our goal is to create the individual treatment plan that will restore your health and end pain.
Tonight on News 46, a fatal accident over the weekend on Highway 160.
And Nye County Sheriff's arrest 2 individuals at the DUI checkpoint.
And the VFW is holding a 10th anniversary 9/11 event. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Rick Vale and Rhonda Van Winkle. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell and news across Nevada with Janet Eric. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Tuesday, September 6, 2011. I'm Rick Vale.
And I'm Rhonda Van Winkle for News 46. Topping our news tonight, a local man is killed when his vehicle crashes head-on into a pickup truck early Sunday morning. 3 others were injured as a result of this accident, which required Highway 160 to be closed for an hour.
Tonight's accident report is brought to you by Stovall & Associates. Don't expect insurance companies to have your best interest in mind. Stovall & Associates cares. Let us help you if you have been involved in an accident.
Three people are injured and 1 man is dead following a high-speed fatal accident on Highway 160 near the construction zone. It all happened this weekend about 5:55 in the morning on Sunday. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue arrived on scene along with Nye County Sheriff's deputies. Nevada Highway Patrol is investigating this accident. Nevada Highway Patrol issued a statement saying that 29-year-old Abelardo Garcia was traveling southbound on Highway 160 when his Toyota Camry with a California plate crossed the divider in the construction zone, hitting 2 cones and going head-on into an F-250 pickup truck driven by Damon Shea, who is the owner of Pahrump Valley Disposal. Upon impact, all 3 passengers inside the Toyota Camry suffered serious injuries. Abelardo Garcia was pronounced on scene. The 2 female passengers were transported to UMC Trauma Center via Mercy Air. Mercy Air 21 and Mercy Air 7 landed on scene. Nye County Sheriff's deputies blocked the roadway for the aircraft to take off and land. Damon Shea was transported locally here to Desert View Hospital, where he was treated and released. We're going to speak to Nevada Highway Patrol Sergeant Carlos Rivera and Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue Chief Scott Lewis.
We have a 2-vehicle accident this morning. Unfortunately, we did have a driver from one of the vehicles that did suffer fatal injuries.
And we had Mercy Air times 2 landing here.
That is correct. We had 2 passengers inside the brown Toyota Camry that were transported, airlifted into UMC Las Vegas.
And then inside the other vehicle, the pickup truck.
I've been told that the driver from the pickup truck was transported here locally to Desert View Hospital.
Do we know if this is a head-on collision?
It does appear that it is a head-on collision right now.
And I know that we're still under the investigation of this accident, but do you think that speed or alcohol played a part in this?
Well, right now it's very early to tell right now, and we are still in the very early stages of right now under the investigation.
And we called in the MATE team.
Yes, ma'am, that is correct. We did call in our major accident investigation team from Las Vegas to come and handle this accident.
And this roadway will be shut down for quite a few hours, right?
Yes, ma'am, that is correct. It will be shut down.
Yeah, it's just before 6 o'clock in the morning, and we were dispatched for a 2-vehicle accident with a head-on collision. Upon arrival, we found that we had 3 occupants in one vehicle, 1 in the other. None of them were able to egress out of their vehicles, so it was upgraded to a rescue assignment. Unfortunately, we found that 1 did not survive the injuries sustained in the accident. We flew 2 patients out, and a 3rd was taken to the local hospital.
And so Mercy Air landed on scene on Highway 160.
We had 2 helicopters come in, Mercy Air 21 and Mercy Air 7. Both of them landed on Highway 160 at different times. 21 had actually left the scene, departed with a patient. 7 came in shortly thereafter.
And I know that in the pickup truck, we had to extricate him as well.
We extricated all of the parties that were involved in the accident. One was a little bit later, is more of a recovery effort. However, they all had to be physically removed through extrication means.
What's all the equipment that we had on scene there?
Oh, we had a ton of stuff. We had a rescue engine on location, several ambulances, the command vehicle.
Once again, Abelardo Garcia is a Pahrump resident, though he did have that California plate. The other 2 female passengers still in serious condition at UMC Trauma Center. We don't have an update as to their names or their current condition. Damon Shea was treated and released. Nevada Highway Patrol says that alcohol is a factor in this accident, and they are investigating. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
Pretty bad crash.
It was, and a minor correction to the lead-in. That was a 6-hour closure time for that. That was a very long accident they had to deal with.
Yes, they were still actually working on it when we were headed to Vegas in the afternoon, so yeah.
Terrible.
It was closed for a long time.
Folks, Nevada News Service issued a report today stating that drivers are more than twice as likely to die in a car crash on a rural road than on other roads throughout the state.
In 2009, the fatality rate on Nevada's rural roads was averaging 2.33 deaths per 100 million vehicle miles traveled, compared to 0.98 deaths on other roads in the state, according to a new report by TRIP, a Washington, D.C. based group.
Now, those statistics place Nevada 19th among all states. The state fared better than the nation as a whole, which had about 3 times as many fatalities on its rural roads.
The report blames several factors such as inadequate roadway safety design, longer emergency vehicle response times, and higher speeds traveled on rural roads compared to urban roads.
And folks, Pahrump Valley High School social studies teacher Steve Thorne has passed away. He has been a teacher at the high school for approximately 12 years.
His wife also is a teacher in the district teaching at J.G. Johnson Elementary School. Mr. Thorne had a heart ailment, which he eventually succumbed to.
And there will be a memorial service Wednesday night at the Pahrump Valley High School football field beginning at 7 p.m. and the public is invited to attend.
And coming up, Pahrump Fire and Rescue holds a ceremony for a 9/11 anniversary.
And a local organization holds an event at the VFW. We'll have all this and more right after the break, so please keep it here.
At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
News 46 is also brought to you by Southwest Medical Associates. Look for news about their latest healthcare center opening soon in your neighborhood. Southwest Medical Associates. Now that's powerful medicine.
Welcome back to News 46. Sheriff Tony DeMeo spoke to us about the Nye County Sheriff's DUI checkpoint conducted this holiday weekend.
Although there was one very tragic fatal accident this past weekend, that was not during the time of the saturation patrol or the sheriff's checkpoint on Highway 160. We're going to speak to Sheriff Tony DeMeo about this weekend's sheriff's checkpoint.
Yeah, that was grant funded by the Office of grants, from the state, and actually was part of a joint forces. As people would realize, they actually had a couple units from Las Vegas. We had a couple units from Boulder City as well to assist the manpower with Nye County Sheriff's Office. Metro brought up their DUI van. I know we made a couple of arrests. I'm aware of a couple of arrests we made for DUI. And basically what it is to set up the checkpoint, make sure that the highways are safe, and making sure that people don't drink and drive, which is our concern. We'd rather have them pass through our checkpoint and not make any arrests, meaning that they're following the law and they're not drinking and driving, and not impaired drivers. Fortunately, a couple of individuals decided that wasn't what they're going to do, and they found themselves in Nye County detention as a result of that.
What questions were the officers asking as the people came through the checkpoint?
Well, there's a couple of questions they asked. Have you been drinking? Where you been drinking? But basically, what we're looking at, we're not looking actually for the answers, because people are going to lie to us. Everybody says they only had 2 beers, and okay, how many gallons was those 2 beers you had? Make a lie, but it's very serious. Is that we ask the question, when we look for the reaction of how the people respond to those questions. We look at, we have eye contact with them. So there's a lot of things that we look at as far as body movements and with the body language that that will give us a clue to further investigate that. Plus, also the smell of alcohol in the breath, in addition to the smell of the alcohol in the car. So there's a couple of things we do look at, and and this is a way for us to gauge how successful our DUI programs are. We mostly do a saturation patrol, which we send deputies out to look for driving behavior to make the stop. This one's a fixed checkpoint. Where we had the cooperation of a couple agencies coming in, and part of that joint forces, like people call me, was Las Vegas here, and was Boulder City here. Sometimes we utilize people from North Las Vegas or Henderson, and the fact of the matter is that we share manpower. We'll send, and this grant funded, so it doesn't come out of it's not a direct impact to our budget, but we'll send those Metro will send 2 or 3 officers up here. We'll send a deputy down there. North Las Vegas will send a couple of people up here. We'll send a deputy down there. And, it's a way for us to get an idea of what's going on in everybody else's community, but it's a way for us to engage in a partnership to make our highway safer. In this event, we also had an NHP. We had 4 officers from NHP, also 4 troopers from NHP also engaged in it. So we had Nye County Sheriff's Office, Las Vegas, Boulder City, and NHP.
Will we be looking at this in the future as well?
We've been doing this for a long time. Actually, the state of Nevada actually was actually congratulated because we're the only ones that actually did that. We've been doing it first, and I think Nye County Sheriff's Office was the first one that stepped up to the plate to get involved in this. I don't know if it was our idea or not, but it was something that quickly became like a routine. A lot of agencies liked the idea behind it, and I do too. I mean, it gives us an opportunity to have fresh bodies there and the opportunity to share resources. I mean, we didn't have a DUI van; they did, it's a way of working partnerships. Because actually, when emergencies come, we'll be working with these agencies during emergencies. They'll be working with us, so it's a way for us to gauge, each other's how each other's conduct business as far as the radio traffic and how we can make sure that we have a more of a seamless type of command.
And we want to remind everybody out there, please pull over for emergency vehicles when you see them on both sides of the roadway. Be careful during that construction zone on Highway 160 and Homestead. And of course, don't drink and drive. This is Deanne O'Donnell for News 46.
Many organizations will be honoring and remembering those who lost their lives during the tragic September 11, 2001 attacks on the United States. This year is 9/11's 10th anniversary. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue will have their annual ceremony where they honor their fellow firefighters with a personal event at Station 1. Kiwanis is holding an event as well. A memorial gathering will be held for the public on Highway 160 at the Party Store across from Sonic beginning at 8:46 a.m., the same time as the first attack in New York City. We spoke to Donald McDougall about the event, which is being held at the VFW on Homestead.
Well, the 10th anniversary of September 11th is coming up at the VFW. There's going to be some ceremonies. We're going to speak to Donald McDougall.
Exactly 11 days from now, hosted by the American Legion and the Veterans of Foreign Wars here in Pahrump, we will be conducting a 10th anniversary or ceremony where we will be retiring, and according to the American Flag Code, close to 500 American flags that no longer can serve us. We are being granted an opportunity and a privilege. The Boy Scouts of America will be participating. We've asked the ROTC to give us a group. The American Legion, the Veterans of Foreign Law, the Police Department, the Fire Department, news media, and whatever citizens wish to come in. The ceremony starts at 1 o'clock, will last approximately an hour. We have a part of the ceremony where we ask the audience if they would like to participate, that they can place a flag into the flame, which is the proper way to dispose of a flag. At the end of the ceremony, the participation part, we are granted the privilege of God, Matthew, and I don't know his last name, but he's a World War II prisoner of war who loves this country beyond all belief in spite of all headaches he may have suffered. He places the last flag into the fire. To see the jubilation of this man makes it all worthwhile. Afterwards, the VFW will be serving a economically priced luncheon, hot dogs, hamburgers, and a drink immediately afterwards. We will continue cremating the flags until the last one is in. Anybody who wants to stay around and participate with us is more than welcome.
This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
Symphony Animal Foundation held a popular event called Pasta for Paws at the VFW. We caught up with Lorraine Russo-Harper, Gary Hollis, and Karen Jackson.
We have a lot of pasta for paws. We're down here at the VFW on Homestead Road, and you can receive an authentic Italian dinner, spaghetti, meatballs, salad, bread, all for the price of a donation to Symphony Animal Foundation. We need to get this facility built for our animals in our community. So this is one of our fundraisers, and I'm hoping to see everybody down here.
So give me an update on the facility. I know that we were looking at building and planning the last time and getting the permits going. How's that going?
Well, we're actually making some very good progress. We have addressed the fire suppression system and worked through that. So we are hopeful that we will get our approved plans within the next 2 weeks, and hopefully we'll be able to pull our permits and start moving dirt.
There you go. And this is one of the last fundraisers for right now. I know that you guys are going to be at the Fall Festival, which is going to be fabulous because you guys are going to have a booth there as well.
We are going to have a booth at the Harvest Festival, and hopefully the weather will cooperate where we can bring some of our dogs down that are in foster care so that we can place those animals. So we're hoping to have them with us at the Harvest Festival. And it's a 4-day event, so come on out, support Symphony. It's going to be great.
We need to stop euthanizing wonderful animals. And as you can see from the crowd, people feel that way too. That's why they're here.
I've been supportive of this no-kill facility from the beginning.
Go on our website at symphonyanimalfoundation.org. They can email me at safanimals@aol.com. They can call me at 702-528-4997. I work at Best Western in Wolfies, so you're more than welcome to come in. I would love to separate you from your money.
If you're interested in giving back and sharing your compassion with children, you may be a good candidate for CASA or CASA.
CASA stands for Court Appointed Special Advocate, and it is for children who are in foster care. It's a volunteer program. People who are interested and compassionate about the lives of children are trained, and then they advocate for the child. They have a voice for the child who doesn't have a voice of his own.
Wow. What a rewarding program. Tell people how they can get involved in this.
Yeah, they can call a number, CASA 702-592-5276. That is actually my cell phone, even though it's a Vegas number.
And also, we're having an open forum. What's that about?
The open forum is, there is going to be ads in the paper as well, and it's to recruit additional volunteers. We currently have 14 CASAs operating, and all of them have at least one, sometimes two cases. We need more desperately. The courts told us the other day we need more CASAs. And so the open forum will be to invite the public to come in and learn more about what CASA is about and the commitment that is involved, and to hopefully sign up for the training. There will be an interview after each of them sign up, an individual interview, and then they are trained. 33 hours of intensive training.
Tell me how rewarding this is to give these children a voice.
Oh, it's very rewarding. You know, many people volunteer and say the general public think they're volunteering to help the children, but it's such a learning experience for each CASA as well. They learn so much from doing for these kids who often grow up to be productive citizens when they have a CASA.
Wonderful. And how much requirement does it take when you have a kid that's going through a case, and how much does the CASA use of their own time to help the kid?
Well, it really depends.
Are you on Medicare, have special needs, or are you losing your doctor? Please, let me help you. Call me, Fred Melkin, for your free consultation, 751-3744, right here in Pahrump.
And now, folks, we've had some cloudy weather, some heat, and we're going to go right to Zach with a look at our weather.
News 46 weather is brought to you by Healthcare Partners Medical Group, with 5 locations in Pahrump, local doctors and professional staff providing total care from infancy to seniors. News 46 weather is also brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body. For more information, you can visit their website at nevadadairycouncil.org.
Welcome back to News 46. Zach Fuentes here. Hope everybody enjoyed their Labor Day. I know I did. I went and saw the #1 movie at the box office right now. If you don't know what that is, I think your entertainment reporter is going to let you know later on this week, so stay tuned. Anyways, today we had sunny skies, a high of 96 degrees, winds coming out of the south-southwest at 3 miles per hour, and our gusts at up to 8 miles per hour. Our pressure is holding steady there at 30.8, and our UV index is at 9, which is very high. Our humidity was pretty high for us at 26%, and our sunrise was at 6:19 a.m. Our record was back in 1955 at 110 degrees. Tonight we're looking at clear skies, a low of 74 degrees, and winds to come out of the north at 3 miles per hour. Our gusts at up to 7 miles per hour, and our humidity to go down significantly there at 10%. Our sunset's looking to be at 7:06 p.m., and our record was 54 degrees back in 1970. Tomorrow we're also looking at sunny skies, a high of 100 degrees and a low of 75 degrees, winds to come out of the northwest at 4 miles per hour, and our gusts to be at 7 miles per hour. Our humidity is looking to be at 17%, and our UV index is going to stay the same as it has been lately at 9, which is very high. Our sunrise is looking to be at 6:20 a.m. In our 7-day forecast, we're going to be in the triple digits only up until Thursday. Then we go back into the double digits. It's going to be cloudy mostly across the board, but I'm sure we'll all enjoy that relief from the sun. Saturday is looking to be windy with gusts at up to 28 miles per hour. And on Sunday and Tuesday, we're going to go in the 60s for our overnight lows. And generally across the board, our overnight lows are pretty low. Today's worst weather was in Moon Run, Pennsylvania, where they had soaking rain. Back to you.
Thank you, Zach. Now, please be sure to subscribe to our free weekly email newsletter.
That's right. To subscribe, just visit our website at KPVM.TV and fill in the form right on the main page.
The newsletter is filled with top stories, coupons, and articles.
All right, folks, and that's going to do it for this edition of News 46. I'm Rick Vale.
And I'm Rhonda Van Winkle.
And from everyone up here in the Hill at KPVM, we wish you a safe evening, and we'll see you here again tomorrow night. Until then, good night, Pahrump.
Good night.